Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the World of Juice Football League. That is right. Year number 1 is wrapping up very quickly here in the WOJFL. We are here at the divisional round of the playoffs. Last episode, we had the greatest debut in the playoffs probably of all time. We shut out our rivals, the Golden Eagles, 42-0. We skunked them. They didn't stand a chance. Their quarterback, Keith Maddox, was bad. And now, we have our toughest test yet. We take on the Dublin Shamrocks, and I don't really know how this is going to go. This is going to be a very tough game. They're a good team. I think we played them earlier in the season and they beat us. So I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be very difficult to beat them. We are going to try our best. Bratson Darn needs to play really, really well. And the defense needs to play really, really well. If you guys go on to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly, truly appreciate you guys being here for the WOJFL playoffs. But without further ado, it is time to get this one underway. Hit that like button, and let's go play the divisional round against the Shamrocks. As always, win or lose, we will take a look at the recap in the My Franchise tool after the game to see what happened around the rest of the WOJFL during the divisional round of the playoffs. And you can see that the Dublin Shamrocks have a receiver named Steve Wilson who has 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. He is an X factor. He is very, very, very talented. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem, but I'm hoping and praying to the baby Jesus that we can get the dub. We've got a good team. We're ready to go. The defense is unbelievable. They've been playing really, really well, including Jadeveon Carter, Jabari Sims, Trey Watts, Smoke Morrison, Howard Woodson. Both of these guys have been locked down. Even Flash Wilson to an extent. All these guys have been really, really awesome. So I'm really hoping the defense steps up one more time and we can get the job done. I think, yes, we've got their new uniforms in. I was going to say, I think that I've fixed their, oh God, these uniforms are crispy. I was going to say, I think I fixed their uniforms so that they can wear the customs. And oh my God, these are so good. These are so good. Whoever did these custom uniforms did a beautiful job. But of course, they're going to wear the blackouts because these are just so beautiful. So beautiful. If you're wondering why or if you're wondering how these teams have these different uniforms, including us and the Shamrocks, then your wondering would be valid because I'm using mods. We're using jersey mods, relocation jersey mods. That's the whole point of why I wanted to start this series in the first place. But we're going to rock the white. They're going to rock the black. It's good versus evil in the divisional round. Shamrocks, Wizards. We're on the road in Dublin. It's a tough environment, but I think we are good enough to win. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time we've played in Dublin because if we did play them earlier in the season, I think it would have been at our place. So, yeah, I don't remember this arena or this stadium. So, I think when we played them earlier in the year, we played them in our place. But they've got a good quarterback. They've got a good team in general. Peyton was one of the best quarterbacks in the WOJFL this year, along with a great running back. We saw they have Wilson as their wide receiver. He's great. This is a good team, and you can see why they're the number 2 seed in the entire AFC conference here in the WOJFL. And look how tiny Pace is compared to the tackle. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize how small he was. But he gets a nice carry. 2nd and 6. Can we get a nice interception to start the game? Ooh. I wanted it, but the guy that I turned into was not in the right position, so it doesn't go our way. But it is 3rd and 4. We did a good job there. I think they only might have got 2 yards on that. See if we can get some more pressure on the boys here. That's a great throw. He completely, it was even better route, better throw. It was a better route than it was a throw. He completely cooked smoke Morrison there. Morrison didn't know where to go. He got bamboozled on that one. The Desperados beat the Condors. That's a big one. Oh, Woodson knocks it incomplete. Wilson couldn't hang on. Howard Woodson has been the MVP the second half of the season. He has been super good, coming up with clutch pick after clutch pick after clutch pick. He's been so good. Get there, get there. Oh, pace. He broke the one tackle. He broke the one tackle. Man, I should have started this series with the Shamrocks if I knew they were going to get jerseys like this. These are clean, man. These are so good. You got to love a good green and black combo. Green and black, just such a good combination. And Howard Woodson comes up with another interception. I was just talking about how he's been the MVP this year, the second half of the season, and he comes up big in the postseason one more time. Tim Payton, I don't know what he was trying to do here. Howard Woodson read that the entire way and takes the interception easy. He was going to his number one target. He was going to Wilson, so it's understandable, but Howard Woodson read that the entire way. He read that like a book. Some could even say it was easy reads. Bengal YouTube. Green eggs and ham. I don't know. The handoff to Speed McCree. He gets the outside. Ooh, I tried to juke back inside. Didn't work. But that's a nice carry. 7 yards on the first carry of the game. I don't really want to go with a play action leak. Those don't usually work for me. I usually end up getting sacked or something, so we'll go with another run to Speed, and he should have the room to get the first down. He breaks off a tackle there and gets a huge gain. Speed McCree. He's also been very good at the end of the season. He's been good all season, but he really stepped up the last couple games. He was having some good yard games, and that's MVP. Talk about MVP. MVP is the MVP. Now, he hasn't been amazing this year, but he's been good with what we've given him, so I can't complain too much about him. He's had a couple drops, but that was back when we had a quarterback that wasn't as good as Bradson Darn is. As Speed McCree gets the first down. Where do we go here? Do we go with a mesh play? This could be a little risky because it might not get us enough yards, or as many yards as I would maybe want to go for, but this could work too. This could work. If I fire that in, it's going to be incomplete. I think that would have worked if he didn't get bumped at the last second. I feel like that could have worked. But it doesn't work. It is 2nd and 10, incomplete pass, and we will try to go underneath probably with Yarbrough or MVP. Underneath the Yarbrough. He got freed. He's wide open. Yarbrough almost split the D there and went down the field. That would have been insanity if he would have got a touchdown off of that. Ooh, verticals with an underneath to Parker Peters. You know I love throwing underneath to Parker Peters. And he could have another one right here, and he will. Parker Peters, he's just so good at doing that. He's so good at catching that underneath and taking it for an extra yard or two to get close to a first down or even get a first down most of the time. So good at that. That's Yarbrough. He holds on. I'm glad to see that Yarbrough has mostly dropped or stopped dropping footballs, because he had a little stretch during the season where that's all he could do was drop footballs. And Bradson Darn will take it to the house. He said, there's nobody open. I got it myself. And Bradson Darn has a first touchdown on the board for the Wizards here in the divisional round. After the interception, we capitalized on the turnover by Tim Payton, throwing that ball to Howard Woodson. So now we will take the lead. And since the Desperados are the 1 seed over here on the AFC side of things, it looks like whoever wins this game will play them. So it could be us, who are the 5 seed, right? We're the 5 seed, I think. And it could be us, or it could be the 2-seeded Dublin Shamrocks. We will see what happens. Hopefully it's us. Because I think if we can beat the Shamrocks, we can beat the Desperados. But I guess we got to wait and find out. We'll see what Tim Payton has up his sleeve here. The second drive after throwing the pick. He's going to go underneath. It's Austin Miles. Good tackle on pace. That's a loss of 3. Austin Miles was not fooled. Oh, I just noticed the Portland Timbers, who were a 1-loss team. They were 16-1 this year. They fall to the Thunderbirds. Our first truly big upset has occurred here in the WOJFL playoffs. That's insanity. I did not think a 1 seed would lose. Good tackle, or good breakup. I did not think a 1 seed would lose. We will take a look at that in the My Franchise tool once we get done with this game, but The 1 seed has lost over on the NFC side of the WOJFL. Man, they were so good, too. I don't know how. They had, like, the best quarterback in the WOJFL. I went for the interception. I think I was off. I was obviously off. I think I was off by a bigger margin than I initially thought. I don't think I was as close as I should have been. That probably cost me a big-time play there. But the Portland Timbers, they have some of the best players in the WOJFL, and they go down in their first game. Because they were the 1 seed, so they had the bye. So this is their first game, and they lose already. Oh, man. Portland fans are not going to be happy about that. That is for sure. They are passionate about their sports teams, and they are not going to be happy with their dominant number 1 seed losing in the first playoff game. But I got to stop focusing about that. I got to focus on the actual game and the double shamrock, because they are starting to shred me here down the field. They give it to Pace. He goes down. He's easy to bring down because he's little. He's just a little guy. So he's easy to bring down. Except for when he shed that arm tackle. But arm tackles get shed by everybody. You can be 3 feet tall and get shed. You can shed an arm tackle in this game. Divisional Carter couldn't get the sack. Jabari Sims almost got the sack, but somehow Peyton is able to throw that ball away. I have no idea how he was able to. But he goes incomplete. I thought that Divisional Carter was going to get the sack, then I thought Jabari Sims was going to get the sack. Neither one did. It's 3rd and 6. I would prefer a field goal. Well, I'd prefer an interception or something, but I would take a field goal. And that's not going to happen as a first down. Man, that was as close as you're going to get. That was as close as you're going to get to stopping them without actually stopping them. 1st and goal. It's a quick throw. It's incomplete. I don't know what the goal of that was. I don't know if he thought that the receiver is going to instantly win off the line and have room there or what, but it didn't work. It was miscommunication, incomplete pass, 2nd and goal from the 8. No more chances for first downs, so it'll be a touchdown or a field goal, and it could be a sack. Jadeveon Carter teams up with Jabari Sims. They are a lethal pairing, and it's a half a sack each. Pushes them to the 19-yard line for 3rd and goal. If we get one more sack, we might throw them out of field goal. They could probably... It had to be a huge sack if we were going to throw them out of field goal range. But they're not going to do that. That's not pass interference. That's not pass interference. It's just not. I got the ball first. That's not DPI. It's just not. You cannot call that. In the playoffs? On a 3rd and 19? That happens every time. And they didn't even... Hold on. I just realized something. They called this on Brick Law, who is behind Austin Miles here. They didn't even call it on Austin Miles, who is all up in the grill of the receiver. This isn't, if you freeze it right here, you think that this DPI was on Austin Miles. This is on Brick Law, who comes in at the last second there and hits him. Who technically has already been hit by Austin Miles, but then Brick Law comes in and pushes him down. That's the DPI? That's outrageous. That's even more outrageous than what if they would have called it normally on Miles. Oh, this game does not know what defensive pass interference is. If you were going to call it, at least call it on the right guy. Brick Law had no business getting called there. He shouldn't even have really came up and made the tackle there. That should have been just an incomplete pass. And now they're going to get a touchdown out of it because that's how this game works. We had him at 3rd and 19. Get there. Oh, it's a handoff to Pace. I thought for sure they were going to play action that, but I think he would have got sacked anyway, so. Come on, boys. Please. Please have a goal line stand here. Force a field goal. I could really use that. That would help me out so much. Intercept it, please. No, Howard Woodson. You had it in your hands, and you dropped it. It is going to be a field goal, so I guess I can't be too mad, but that was an interception that Howard Woodson just dropped off his hands. I think off his bicep, even. So the Shamrocks get on the board. They kick the field goal. They go 7-3. That could have ended worse. Let's be fair. That could have ended worse. They could have scored a touchdown multiple different times, but we were able to hold up enough and not let them score a touchdown. I guess that's good enough. Even though Howard Woodson had a chance to intercept that football and he dropped it after already having an interception earlier in the game. That's okay. We get the ball to start the second half, so we can take this last 2.5 minutes off the clock. score a touchdown, and then get the ball to start the second half and score another touchdown, we'll be in a very good situation. We'll be sitting pretty. 2nd and 6. I'm just going to take off and run here. I probably could have thrown that at the last second. I didn't want to throw that because I didn't know if that linebacker or whoever that was, if he was going to play the ball. I think he would have. I think that would have been an interception. And that is the 2-minute warning. I get the first down anyway, so it worked out. Just not as many yards as it probably could have been. Let's go with a little halfback screen. Speed McCree is really good at these as long as the blocking works out, which is not always the case. So let's see what happens here. Little block. Good job. Speed makes one man miss, kind of, and got 9 yards out of it. So that's a successful screen for me. I'll take that. And remember, we've got all of our timeouts, but we have to make sure we score here if we want to have any chance at taking this momentum over. And Speed McCree, that was all him. He used all his power that he had in his little body to get that first down, because he would have been shut down if not. Fire that in quickly. Caught Yarborough, and he didn't drop it. Edinson Yarborough, the man we know and love, is back. There was a couple game stretch where he would have dropped that absolutely. But he's got a huge catch there. That was a risky one too. That could have easily been intercepted or even dropped. That's a bad pass. I shouldn't have thrown that one, but it worked out. He caught it again. 45 seconds. We use our first timeout. Let's go another screen. This time, people are going to think it's going to go to the right, so I'm going to go to the left, and we're going to hit Speed McCree. It's going to work. Oh, I can't believe the fatty got me. That's crazy. 26 seconds. I had so much more room. Underneath, it's MVP. We'll call our second timeout. 18 seconds. We get a first down. MVP was just too open there to not hit him. Okay, we got to go for something big here. And preferably to the sideline. That's MVP. That's not a sideline play, but it is a play to get us close to the first down marker. 11 seconds. If I just send Tyreek Lawson deep, does he get this? No, it wasn't open. But Bradson Darn. No. Spike. The fact that that wasn't a successful scramble just solidifies how bad this football game is. But I mean, that was a smart play. Scrambling at the middle when there was nobody there, that's a smart play. It probably wouldn't have resulted in a touchdown, but I should have at least been able to run more than a yard. There's no way a lineman sheds that quickly. So we couldn't put up any points, even though we were at, what, the 10-yard line or something? A little frustrating. But luckily it doesn't come back to bite us because we get the ball to start the second half. So we can continue just to chip away at the clock. Chip. Hopefully dominate again and hold on to a win. That's the goal, is to hold on for the W. I'm looking at Speed McCree here. He's my first read, but I don't think he's really going to be there. So I just got to throw this away. Not going to take an unnecessary sack. You're really doing a LeBron on me? Did you do anything? I don't even know who you are. 3rd and 6. What do we go? We go underneath. It's going to be Yarborough. He's having a big day today. Edinson Yarborough. Huge day. He's becoming my favorite target again. I stopped throwing to him for a couple of games. At least not throwing to him as much because he kept dropping passes, but he's starting to get those passes back to him. So like, this is what should have happened on that play in the red zone. That's the type of result I was looking for. That's a nice carry by Bradson Darn, doing it himself, doing it with his legs. Now all we got to do is keep on chugging. Speed McCree gets a nice carry down to the 42-yard line. Love to see it. 2nd and 3. And Speed. Oh, the middle of the field got shut down. I thought there was going to be a hole there. It was not. There was not a hole. Ooh, but play action cross. This play is 98% money. 98% money. But it's not going to work this time. And that's why I said 98%, not 100%. They brought a blitz. Who brings a blitz? They want me to go for it. Interesting. I am going to do it. But it's just interesting that they want me to go for it here. Harry Bush is the receiver. Okay, I'll take it. Harry Bush. I got to fire it to him. Harry Bush! It's intercepted. At least, the only good thing about them picking that off is that they get moved back more yards than when they would have been if they didn't pick it off. If we would have just turned that over, they would have had probably 20 more yards of room. So it's actually a good thing it got picked off. Although right there, they kind of get it right back. I probably called the wrong play for a 4th and, what was that, 4th and 1, 4th and 3, something like that, whatever it was. I probably called the wrong play, and now I've completely fumbled the double dip. Dip? I didn't score at the end of the first half, and I didn't score at the end of the second, or at the beginning of the second half, so I've pretty much allowed the Dublin Shamrocks to stay in this game. And that's not what you want to do when you're playing the number 2 seed in the playoffs. So we got to hope that something crazy happens where we can get this ball back again. Oh, Flash Wilson doing push-ups? Okay, I see you out here. I do like Flash Wilson. He's a very good player. Very good player. He's so versatile. Oh, that's wide open. He missed it. Wilson was wide open. He probably has a touchdown if he catches that. But he overthrew him, and it's a punt back to the Wizards. Wow. That was a touchdown that he overthrew. He was wide open. He destroyed whoever was covering him with. I think it might have been Flash Wilson. He destroyed him. That's craziness that he missed that pass. That doesn't usually happen for me. We got super bailed. And I'm going to go right back to this play action cross because I think it's going to work. It's 98% success rate. They just happen to bring a blitz on the one time I called it. This time they don't. And now it's going to work. See, this is what it was supposed to do the first time. Parker Peters wide open. That's what it was supposed to do the first time. They just happened to bring a blitz, which made me get the ball out quicker than I needed to. That's what it usually does. Parker Peters with another big catch. And we will go back to the run game with Speed McCree if he can get the edge and then turn it back inside. He gets a couple yards there, nothing too crazy. We'll go right back to him on 2nd and 4. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it's not. It is a mistake, kind of. You got 2 yards out of it. I guess that's not really a mistake. If I would have lost 2 yards, that would have been a mistake. Let's go the Y stick. Can I send McCree on a route? Can. Let's go out left. There he is. Beautiful. Look at the play. Look at the playmaking of the Juice. I am a football god. I'm a football mind. I know what I'm doing. Big catch for Speed. Gets us the first down. This is going to be the final play of the quarter. I probably shouldn't even have snapped it there, but it is what it is. That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have one more quarter of football here in the divisional round in the WOJFL. Let's get it done. Let's get it donezo. We need to move to the AFC title game against the number 1 seeded Desperados, which would be hilarious because the Desperados, as you guys know, are my relocation team in another franchise. So that'd be funny that I'd be playing my own team, although obviously it's not the same players. But go watch the Desperados if you want to see me use a different team other than the Wizards. And that is Marquez Vontel Porter. I always mess up his name. I apologize. But that's a big catch. 4 catches for 30 yards for him, too. And we're at the 4-yard line. We're going to switch speed to the left. And we're going to send him down the middle. He broke a tackle. He shrugged that dude to the ground. Speed McCree's been showing some strength today. That's the second time he's just absolutely used his power, his raw power, just to get extra yards. And he scores the touchdown that the Wizards have finally taken a 2-touchdown lead over the Wizards. Finally. And with this, it'll be 11 points that the Shamrocks need to climb. 14-3. With 4:54 to go and all their timeouts, and maybe getting lucky again. I don't know. Our defense has played really well against the Shamrocks. They have not been able to run the football really at all. And Tim Payton's made some good plays, but he's also had some pretty back-breaking mistakes as well. So we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the 25. Peyton in the shotgun with pace to his right. The snap. The drop back. The throw. It's dropped by Wilson. Wow. That was a good throw. Peyton's putting the blame on him as a quarterback does. A franchise quarterback puts the blame on him. But Wilson just had that and dropped it. And that's going to be dropped again. That time it's more so because of the coverage. But another drop by Wilson. They're going to their number one target, and it is not working. They're trying their best. 3rd and 10. They're going to go to him. It's not this time. It's Flash Wilson. I thought they were going to Wilson for a 3rd time. It's not. It was another receiver, but Flash Wilson said, not today. Flash Wilson with the interception of Tim Payton. And does that put the nail in the coffin and give the Wizards an AFC championship berth in the first season of the WOJFL? It very well could, as Speed McCree tries to run some clock to end this ball game. What a massive interception from Flash Wilson. That's why you put a guy like Flash Wilson in the slot, because he makes plays like that with his speed. And speaking of speed, Speed McCree has iced this ball game. Just like that, Speed McCree takes it to the house. Those are the explosive plays that Speed McCree is capable of, and why he's such a valuable piece to this roster. He takes it to the house. He turns the jets on, turns the afterburners on, and it's 21-3 with 4:19 to go in the ball game. The Shamrocks' first season in the WOJFL could be ending in flames. Especially at home in their own stadium, in front of their own Irish fans. And speaking of that, the Irish fans, they're drunk and they're not happy. They are not going to be happy. There's probably going to be some offensive things being thrown out by these Irish fans. You never know. Oh, that's a great throw. If Flash Wilson was covering him there, that's probably a pick again, because that's a similar throw to what he just made against Wilson on the last drive. But that was to Wilson, and he actually caught that. From the 40, under 4 minutes to go. Brady Montana's just not going to be able to keep up, or Austin Miles. But that could be a pick. It's Howard Woodson, number 2. Easy reads. Bengal YouTube. 1 fish, 2 fish, a red fish, a blue fish. Howard Woodson with his 2nd interception of the day. Probably could have been his 3rd if he would have caught that one in the end zone. But 3 interceptions for Tim Payton. He has not looked sharp today. I don't know what he's seen or not seen out there, but he has been on the struggle bus. Occupancy of 1. And now all we got to do is run this ball, end the game, and go get ready for the Desperados in the championship. And now, even if we beat the Desperados in the AFC title game in the WOJFL Bowl, we won't have to play the Portland Timbers because they lost. Or the Portland Timbers, the Portland Lumberjacks. What are they called? I don't remember what they're called. We won't have to play Portland because they lost. So, if we were able to beat the Desperados next episode, all signs point to the Wizards being the first ever WOJFL champions. Oh, Speed, that's a face mask. I was going to say, there had to have been a little funny business right there. There was so much room on that right side. I just wanted to get there another touchdown there. But that is an extra few yards on the face mask. Thank you very much. And we will try to get this to the 2-minute warning with this final snap here. Hand it off to Speed again. And Speed, not getting too much, but that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Can't be too mad about that. And even if we put another touchdown, I mean, this one's pretty much already over at 21-3 with like 2 minutes to go. Less than 2 minutes now, but when they get the ball back. But if we were to put another touchdown on the board, then it's over then. There's no hope of coming back. I am going to try the play. I've never tried the play actually cross from this close. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but we're going to try it. It was not successful because the edge rushers of the Shamrocks were in the backfield almost immediately. Maybe that's why you don't try the play actually cross from that close. Let's go back. let's go back to a run. I'll take the field goal. It's fine. It'll be 24-3. Or maybe 20, won't be a 24-3. Speed McCree, I thought I was going to take that and just take my points. But Speed McCree shows why he is the best running back in the WOJFL. And he takes it to the house. That's game. That is the ball game. There will be another episode of Wizards football here in the WOJFL. We will take on the San Antonio Desperados. I think they're San Antonio Desperados. I can't remember exactly. But we will take on the Desperados in the AFC title game next episode. Man, this kind of resurgence that the Wizards have seen since trading for Bradson Darn earlier in the season has been crazy. It's insane how much difference there is between the quarterbacks we were running previously with Kenny George, Smooth Jazz, with Isaiah Cannon, and with Xander Young. Is that his name? I forget his name. I think it's Xander Young. And then when we get Bradson Darn, it's such a night and day difference at how the offense is played, and which is mean the defense has stepped up even more with the #1 defense in the league. Couldn't think of the word there. The #1 defense in the league, at least run defense in the league. Oh man, this is absolute insanity. Oh, that's a bad throw. That's something that I would throw because the tight end was like moving a little bit further on his route before he stopped to check down, and Peyton threw it behind him. Can we get Trey Watts a sack here? No, we cannot. It's going to be out of bounds. Tim Peyton, man, I thought he was a better quarterback than how he's been playing here. He has not looked sharp at all today. He's had a couple good moments, but for the most part, he has not looked good. He has not looked good at all. He's got a nice throw there. It's caught by Wilson. That keeps the drive alive, but I mean, there's under a minute to go, and they're down 28-3. So what does that do for you? I guess it pads your stats slightly, but who really knows? That's another quick throw. He caught that. That's crazy. And an instant timeout. 39 seconds. I don't know why they're using their timeouts. It's not like they can win. Somehow that was incomplete. I don't know why he even threw that. I don't even know who got their hand in it. They're showing Austin Miles like he got his hand in there. He might have. I didn't. That was such a bang-bang type of play. I didn't really see even what happened. 42-yard line. Oh, Jadeveon Carter. Oh, my God. He insta-shed. That usually happens to me, where I'm on the receiving end of a sack like that. But Jadeveon Carter just said, get out of my way. And he got an insta-shed sack on that. That was kind of awesome. And then Trey Watts comes. What the? I was about to say Trey Watts comes and gets a sack the very next play, but he just kind of got thrown off, I guess. What happened here? So Trey Watts has an open lane to Tim Peyton. He's not even moving. And all of a sudden, I just dive right past him. I make contact with him. I, like, slap him in the head. But I don't get the sack. I guess. Whatever, big dog. I don't know how this is not a sack. This has happened too many times. I don't know how this is not a sack. If you show somebody this right here, you'd think this is a sack. They say, oh, that's a sack for sure. Not sure how this isn't a sack. But it's not. But luckily, it wasn't a completed pass anyway. So 29 seconds. All we have to do is snap it one time, and we will go to the AFC title game against the Desperados. Boom, shaka, laka. Oh, the Wizards are looking good. We're playing our best football when it matters the most. We've now taken down the #2 seed. Oh, baby. We've taken down the 4 seed, and we've taken... Oh, wait, no. Was it the 3 seed or the 4? I think it was the 4 seed. Yeah, because we were the 5 seed. So we've taken down the 4 seed, and we've taken down the 2 seed. Now all that's left that stands in our way on our side of the bracket is the 1 seed. Another big playoff victory for the good guys. No touchdowns thrown by either quarterback, but you didn't need to. You didn't need to throw any touchdowns because the rest of the team did it for you. Speed McCree most definitely did it for you. Yarbrough gets an upgrade. Cooper Davidson gets an upgrade. Love to see it. Another big victory. We've only allowed 3 points in the playoffs so far. That's just crazy to even think about, that we've only allowed 3 points in the playoffs. But we need to go and take a look and just see what happened around the rest of the WOJFL playoffs here. Why did the Portland team lose? Why did Portland lose to whoever they lost to? Absolutely. They lost to the Thunderbirds. That's right. So let's go take a look, recap what happened in the My Franchise tool for the divisional round, because there's some juicy things that went on. All right. Recapping what happened in the divisional round of the WOJFL playoffs. How did this go down? Can I take a look at like this? How do I look at this? I don't know if I can. So our over-under is 47 for the game against the Desperados. The schedule, what happened here? Divisional round, Thunderbirds defeat the Pioneers 35-29. Wow. So Stone Ridge, who was one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league, threw a pick in the game. So did Manuel, the quarterback of the Thunderbirds, who, fun fact, is one of the quarterbacks I considered trading for when we were trading for our new quarterback and we ended up on Bradson Darn. But I think the reason I didn't trade for him is because he was on the last year of his deal, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly what the reason was. What's his contract look like? Yeah, he's only got 1 year left on his... Oh, no, he's got 6 years left. I read that wrong. I don't remember what the reason was. What's his overall? Can I see his overall? No, it's not telling me what his overall is, but I can like change his commentary ID. That's kind of cool. Oh, his rating here. His overall's a 92. Okay, so I wonder why I'd have to go back and watch that video. Why I didn't make the decision to trade for him. Oh, I think it might have been because he's not fast enough. Is that why? He's got... Where's his actual speed at? His acceleration is up here. He's got 89 speed, 90 excel, 92 agility. He's pretty quick. But I think Bradson Darn might be a little faster. I don't remember. I know there was a reason why I chose to go with Bradson and not Manuel, but their quarterbacks were pretty much comparable, although Manuel threw for over 300 yards. Stone Ridge didn't do much. Defensively, was there any difference here? Why did we dominate here? 35-29. It doesn't look like the defense was an issue. There was an interception on both sides, obviously. We knew that from the quarterback stats. I think the Thunderbirds just had the bigger moments. They played right when they needed to. So if we go back to this, the number 1 seed falls. The Desperados, the number 2 seed, they beat the Condors 38-35. Then obviously we beat the Shamrocks, and the Tigers beat the Steamers 35-7. So if we go back here, the Tigers were the 2 seed, and now the Thunderbirds are the 5 seed. So the 5 seed upset the 1 seed. That's kind of crazy. And now it is a 5 versus 2 in the NFC side of the WOJFL. And it is a 2 versus 6. 2 versus 6. We were a 6 seed? Okay. We were a 6 seed in the AFC side of it. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy, the fact that we're here where we are. See, there's Manuel at the top. Stone Ridge is a top 15 quarterback in the league, and he did not play like it. Penn Brady's also out. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's the quarterback for the Condors, so he's out. There's Jeremiah McClendon. He's the quarterback for the Desperados. 99 overall, field general quarterback. Look at these stats. These are unbelievable. We're going to get cooked, aren't we? We're going to get cooked by Jeremiah McClendon. These are unbelievable numbers. He's not the fast. He's a statue in the pocket. He's got 66 speed, 65 acceleration, although he's got pretty good agility. He's got really good break tackle. But he is unbelievable stat-wise in terms of his passing stats. So that's going to be a difficult matchup. Difficult matchup. Oh, there's Emmett Pace, the guy that we just played against on the Shamrocks. He's only 5'9". That's kind of crazy. He looked really tiny out on the field. But that is where we sit for the championship. The championship here in the WOJFL. There's a thing that goes around during the championship week in real life, during the NFL championship week, and that is it's the last real week of football in the NFL, because obviously the Super Bowl is, well, the Pro Bowl is nothing. It's not competitive at all. And then you got the Super Bowl, which is more for the corporations, for the big businesses, that kind of thing. It's not really about the football. The football is kind of secondary, which is why the AFC, NFC title games are the last week of real football. But in the WOJFL, that's not the case. The Super Bowl is a competitive game. It's for the true hardcore fans. It's the WOJFL Super Bowl. So I'm super excited about that. Regardless of if we make it or not, we will watch the Super Bowl with whatever teams are in it. Either the Tigers or the Thunderbirds, and then either us or the Desperados. We'll watch it. But hopefully we're playing in it so we don't have to watch it without actually controlling anybody. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. The Orlando Wizards are actually making some big-time plays in the postseason. One more game to go before the Super Bowl. It is AFC Championship Week next time in the WOJFL. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.